What's going on YouTube? This is Rich and Ethan's 95 Ford F350. It's a good monster of a truck, but we had a mechanical problem that we've had to work all weekend long on this, and it really had us stumped here for a little bit, and we're going to throw this out there in case any of you are having the same problem, and it will help you. So on the way home from work, he was about a couple miles from home, and the vehicle started misfiring pretty badly. And it actually, later on, we found out that the overdrive light on the shifter would flash at the same time that it was misfiring. So, like any good mechanic, you're thinking fuel, or you're thinking ignition, spark, and so we went through some of the basics. First thing we did the easiest stuff, which was to take the spark plugs out, replace the spark plugs, replace the wires. And well, that did actually help it run just a little bit better. The issue wasn't fixed. And so then we looked at the airflow sensor that connects to the throttle body, and we knew that there was a little bit of something wrong with that. Took that off, replaced that. That didn't fix it either. Went to the throttle position sensor that's on the bottom of the throttle body. Thought for sure that's probably what it was. That didn't fix it either. So let me give you a little bit more about the symptoms. It would run perfectly fine at idle, smooth, especially after we did those things. I mean, it was just smooth. But as soon as you started accelerating, it would just misfire. If you feathered the gas just lightly, it would be fine. But as soon as you put too much gas on it, under load, it would misfire terribly, like it was firing on about 4 cylinders instead of 8. Unhooked the battery, thought maybe, we had bad code, there was an issue in the computer with some bad codes from all the other stuff. Hooked it back up, went to take it down the road, thought we had it. It was great until we pushed on the gas a little bit too much, and then the issue just came right back. Now, another important thing, the overdrive light on the shifter would be fine, but as soon as the symptoms showed up with the misfire, the blinking overdrive light would come back on. Pulled it over to the side of the road, shut it off, turned it back on. Actually, it's an automatic. Went through shifting it manually. First, just feathering the gas, fine. Second, just feathering the gas, absolutely fine. Drive, just feathering the gas, absolutely fine. But as soon as you put too much gas on it, symptoms would just reappear and it would misfire again. So, did a bunch of looking up online. Learned that one of two things is probably wrong. Either the sensor to the transmission, to the solenoid pack, either shorted out, which that was fine, didn't look like it at all, or the solenoid was bad, didn't really want to tear the pan out of the transmission and change the solenoid, or the computer module was bad, the ECM. So after tracing back the wire and harness again, disconnecting the solenoid, plugging it back in, that didn't seem to change anything whatsoever. We ordered a new ECM. If you're wondering where the ECM is on this vehicle, the computer module, it's down here. You see the new one that we just put in there, that box. Ordered it. After we ordered it, just for the fun of it, took that ECM module out. I took the cover off it just to see if something I could see, a circuit bad. And sure enough, one of the electronic circuits looked brownish. Looked like it burned right out. So we had a lot more confidence after that. Put the new ECM module in, fired it up, it's perfect. So that was the issue. The computer was actually putting the vehicle into fail mode. If you're not familiar with that term, some call it limp mode. It's actually a mode where the computer senses that there's something wrong, and under load, either bad pressure in the transmission or something's disconnected between the speed sensor and the load, and to protect itself, it actually throws itself into fail-safe mode, and that was happening continuously, even though there was nothing wrong with it. Why that burned out, I don't know. Maybe we'll be posting another YouTube video finding out that there was something wrong that caused it to burn out. Hopefully not, but that's where we are. Feeling pretty good at this point. Hopefully that'll help you. 95 Ford F350, 5.8 gasoline engine, and that's our story. Say goodbye, E.
Goodbye.